Hello, welcome back to Gaming for Science. We're gonna go ahead and go back to Natika now. We are still missing one survivor from this settlement. The mudslide so far separated 3 groups that we have found, but there is one more survivor that we have to let Natika know that we haven't found. I don't know if we could have randomly found him ourselves or not, but
rest now.
I have no idea.
Aloy, thanks to you, these soldiers are safe. But where's Kentok?
I didn't see anyone who matched his description. Do you know where he was when the storm hit?
I was the last one to see him, just before. I told him I wanted to leave this place to pledge my blade to the Chief's guard, but he refused to discharge me from the squad. All Tanapt are stubborn fighters, but Kentok is more so than most. So I walked out. I was coming back from the opposite ridge when I saw the mudslide.
You were coming back to make amends.
I must find him. If anyone can survive such a storm, it's him.
So I'm guessing he is.
You said
alive.
Kentok is your squad leader?
I've trained under him ever since I was assigned to a squad. He's tough as a shell snapper, unforgiving as the desert. But my blade is quicker, deadlier because of him.
So he's
And
like
he
a
taught me
trainer,
to fight for duty, not just glory.
To serve something greater than yourself.
trainer or one of
Yes.
the leaders of the settlements.
And yet
for
he
sure.
wants me to be tethered to this place, rather than fulfilling a greater purpose with the Chief's guard.
You said you wanted to pledge your blade to the Chief's guard. Is that what the marshals are?
No. The marshals travel the breadth of the clan lands, enacting Chief Hikaru's will. The guard remains at the grove to defend it and the chief.
What's the grove?
It's an ancient ruin dedicated to the Ten, the bravest of soldiers from the old world. Chief Hikaru rules from his throne there. Only a handful of soldiers are chosen for the honor of serving in the chief's guard.
So she must
So
be
why did Kentok not want
insanely
you to go?
good at combat.
He claimed that the greater honor was to serve my squad and clan. But all we do here is gather supplies for ink. How can that compare to guarding the grove? The chief himself.
So a mudslide
Maybe
did all
because the
this?
people need her here,
Must have been quite a storm.
without her now,
We've
I
had
don't
more
know
and more of them over
what
the
this
last
would be
few
like.
years. Torrential rain, lightning strikes,
Just
winds that
keeping
rattle
everyone
the
calm.
metal
Maybe she
towers.
needs to lead the clan
This last one was the worst yet.
or the
This
not the
area
clan,
used to
but
be
the
as
settlement.
arid as the rest
at
of the
least.
desert. The storms have changed all that.
There's a water shortage in the capital. Could this help?
The wound in the sand is low? Guess we're not the only ones dealing with the problems. But unfortunately, no. This water's poisoned by ash blood. Undrinkable as
I
machinery.
know.
I can take another look around
Is
the
there any
village.
way to clean
Where did you last see?
or
Natika,
filter out
I'm here.
the ash
where's
blood or
Kentok?
something?
Did he make it?
Maybe that's the
We're going to
solution to all
find
of
him.
this at some
He
point.
saved me. Pushed me out of the way as everything collapsed. But then the flood took him. Towards the gouge.
I know.
The gouge?
It's an ancient passage that leads deep underground. Come, I'll show you.
Okay, let's go.
Natika, we need orders. We're exposed out here. Only half of us can hold a blade if machines come.
What do you want us to do?
Go. The gouge is in the hillside, northwest of here. I'll catch up when I can.
Yeah, I think the thing is gonna be that she's needed. She's needed here. And helping people survive instead of just protecting one big person has to be somehow meaningful. Right? Or sunken cabin gouge. Ah, this is the that's the opposite side. Where I went in last episode and realized there was
That
nothing.
must be the gouge. Looks like an old mine. There's a lot of debris blocking the entrance.
It's from the slide, I guess.
During the flood. I'm gonna have to clear some of it to get inside.
Let's go. Metal show. Let's go.
Okay, let's see where this leads.
Wait. I think I'm gonna rappel down for sure. Oh, yo. School's okay. Ladder over there. Hello, Kentok.
Take it easy. You must be Kentok.
How does an outlander know my name?
Natika sent me to find you. The soldier you saved told us you were swept away by the mudslide.
So, he made it. Good. And Natika, she came back?
Yeah. She was on her way back to talk to you when the mudslide happened. She's looking after the survivors now.
It was my mistake to deny her discharge. A soldier is supposed to sacrifice for the good of the tribe.
I think he's
Looking
making
back
me
now,
nervous.
she was right. I didn't want to let her go. The chief's guard will gain an invaluable soldier. At least after all this, I won't be in the way anymore. I can tell you know a fatal wound when you see one. My service to my clan is done. So, leave me.
No, you're not going to die down here. There has to be a way to get you out.
There isn't. I tried to climb out, but it's no use. The walls are too slick.
You don't have a focus, do you?
From the surface? But not from where I came in. There must be another source. And if I find it and open it up... You might not be able to move Kentok, but I think there might be a way to move you. Hey. Hey! I need you to stay awake. I'm gonna take a look around.
You're just like Natika.
Bloody hell, man.
Relentless as a fireclaw.
And you
Stay
should
awake,
used to
dude.
it. Just sit tight.
This is like the second
I'm
time
going to
this is
get you out of
happening in
here.
this game. We just arrive somewhere and we get back and
That waterfall must be coming from somewhere.
I don't want
I
that.
need to get higher up to figure out where it's coming from.
Can I make this jump? Oh no, I don't need to. I think I'm getting the
Water's
hang of
coming
this
from
game.
that vent.
I don't know. I do this a lot slower in the
There
beginning.
must be
for
another
sure.
source.
This is a way down. Yeah. Do I? Is this one? I can't grab it. This seems very grabbable.
Spellcaster won't work on that.
I don't know, man. Okay. Is that walk down? No. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna push it, but this is very annoying. Can be moved. Ah. Officially just. You just told me that it couldn't be moved.
It's close.
Okay. Maybe I hit the wrong spot or something. So scared to fall down. Usually I fall down at least once when I'm doing these things.
Okay. The waterfall I saw down below should be coming in from somewhere around here. Gotta find its source.
Let's run from further. Okay, fine. Smash the boxes, smash the crates, smash the barrels. Smash, smash. Generous, thank you. I wanna see what's down here as well. Nothing. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Here we go.
Water's coming in from there. I can use the fire gleam to break open that wall. And this place should flood. The raft Kentock's on should float right up to the top.
Go.
What did you do?
I found us a way out. Almost there.
Oh, he's dying in this
Hey.
moment.
Stay with me.
Tell Natika.
You tell her yourself. She said you're a stubborn fighter, so keep fighting.
Kentock.
You wanted me to tell you. The blade answers only to the hand that commands it.
He would say that every time we sparred. Sometimes as an insult. Other times as a compliment. But I guess he was right. It was always my choice to stay or go.
I'm sorry you didn't get to make amends.
So am I.
What will you do now?
I'm not sure. Bleeding Mark has a chance to recover. And once that's done, I could join the Chief's Guard. But I have to lay him to rest first. With full soldier's honors. Aloy, wait. You saved my comrades, somehow drained the entire village. I want you to have this.
Thanks. And good luck. Whatever
Oh,
you
yeah.
decide.
So now the water is down as well. It's enough to indicate it.
He used to wake us all up before dawn to train. Nothing like a practice blow to the ribs to shake off sleep.
Oh. So,
I still
so
remember our
nice.
first
So
battle.
cozy.
I was fresh to the squad. We took down a Ravager in the nearby hills. That was a good fight.
First fight? Jesus. Okay.
He and I fought a lot too. I can't even remember what some of it was about. He was a good soldier. Thank you for listening, Aloy.
Always, always.
He used to wake us all up before dawn to train. Nothing like a practice blow to the ribs to shake off sleep.
Huh. Yeah. Practically all trained now. There's always a cauldron up there as well. These are the errand thingies, or the double side stuff. Let's see. Let's grab the black box now. Alright, I think we're gonna do a little bit of main quest next, so might as well drag it out a little bit more, right? Can I go that way? Yeah. Let's check what the vindicator is. Firestorm Warrior Bow. Okay, maybe this is a bit better than what I have as well. Okay. Let's equip it. Just going green to purple is just insane, I guess. Quails, it has multiple ammunitions. That's a good amount of damage, isn't it? After a successful, this feels very good with a warrior bow. The vindicator is this, I guess. Oh, hell yeah. Is that massive difference in everything except for poison and what's the other one? Not sure. It's the what's it called? The purple stuff. The contamination that is spreading around. I guess. Weapon stamina, valor surge, massive critical strike, which you need with silent strike gain. I like this one as well, but obviously it's probably time to have that extra protection. What sort of weaves does this one have? Can't eliminate. I can eliminate a little bit of the poison resistance. This is melee, right? So yeah, also on my fur, it's not gonna be used anymore, so that's alright. Okay. And did we get yet to? So I had a look around on this. One thing I need to do, I need to upgrade my warrior bow techniques for sure. Don't know which direction I want to go though, because now I'm happy to go back to the melee range at least. Just burst fire, horizontal spread. First strike enemy, then fully charge. Yeah. I'm gonna grab this one next, I think. There's also adding a weapon technique to the sharpshot bow. I had to have a look about. Had a look at like how it will work. I was a bit confused, I think, for a while. And the reason why I obviously haven't been doing it because I don't. It's because the weapon techniques are linked to specific weapon types, and since I haven't been using my hunter's bow, I haven't had the opportunity to use the arrow rain technique, for example.
My focus is detecting some kind of locator beacon.
I'm guessing it's here. Or is it gonna be too easy for it to be here? There we go.
Restart engine 4! It's not responding. No, maintenance must have reactivated the auto systems. What? Disengage them, now! Hit the emergency purge! It won't shut down! The swarms hacked us! Terrain, pull up. Ah!
The machines took control of that plane and flew it into the ground.
The machines
There's another
could
locator
take
beacon on the same frequency.
control of planes. Damn.
Bet a dyer would be interested in this.
This spot is just like a place with nothing, right, I guess. I'm thinking about doing the cauldron as well. But I think we are now, we should at least be high enough level to continue the main quest, or to do any of them actually. So it shouldn't really be a problem for whatever we end up doing. Yeah, I think, yeah, we're gonna do the main quest now. Head to the main quest. I've been dragging it out long enough, haven't I? I guess the problem with this bow. This is a hunter bow, right? Yeah. So now I don't have. I'm gonna have to use for normal attacks everything else. Okay. I'm sure he'll be alright. Okay. Confirming that there is nothing here. I bet that I can climb up here. So now I have to do that because of reasons. Cool spot though. I'm sure we'll come back here at some point. This looks like a, basically looks like an arena, so like a fighting arena. I guess I should specify that it looks like an arena that is sort of just customized
The cold distract me.
for a battle, game design wise, and not an actual arena where you're meant to fight. I'm sure there's something there. Now that this place is all mapped out, I feel more happy to head over here. Oh, there's the cauldron terminal. Okay, we're gonna go there first. See. So I wanna see what is in here.
Gate of the Vanquished. Fitting place for Yara and Draka's challenge, I guess. At least it didn't become a bloodbath.
Yeah. I still wonder if there was a way to make them just see eye to eye, or not necessarily see eye to eye, just like don't kill anyone. I don't. That would be amazing. So this cauldron shouldn't be active, as far as I know.
This'll break my fall. exit somewhere.
I want to go up that way. I don't use that. Look, the location, so my location to test me to go there to A there, so maybe we just don't do that. Oh, hello. More stuff. No? Okay. Investigated, so where did it go? Okay, so gold ingot, what is that for? Guess we're going in that route, or up here, yeah. So any grapple points at all? Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be done like this. But, you know, oi oi oi. Let's try to repeat this. There we go. Maybe not the way it's intended, but I got stuff from it, so I'm okay. Oh, and you can go underneath here. That looks like a death trap. Maybe the route just leads to A there, no? Or something like that. Okay, this is the way out for sure. So actually, I don't know if that's actually this coordinate, so but now I don't want to just jump down over here. I'm gonna see what happens, okay?
I'm not getting out the way I came in. There must be an exit somewhere.
Cool. The boxes are grabbed, I think, so that's all good. But they are not.
Not getting out the way I came in.
Sorry everyone.
There must be an exit somewhere.
I'm gonna make the round. I might just cut it for you guys. So I don't want to miss out on the golden gates or whatever they do though. Because they do something useful for me that I'm missing, you know. Okay, all sorted.
Going down.
Actually, that was quite quick. I just keep it in. There we go. Whoa.
Made it. That was a long climb.
So there is no reason to go in there, basically. Got some loot though. Loot is a good enough reason. That's fair. I'm gonna tell myself that. Bruh. No. No, 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 no. No. I had enough of these. Can't. Oh man. Very different area suddenly. Give me something, yeah, nice, thank you.
I'm getting close to Ether's location. Guy said it would be in some kind of physical processor. An ancient ruin.
Fire.
Turned into a Tanakh stronghold? Could Ether be inside?
Very placeable.
Looking around's not going to be easy with Tanakh's warriors everywhere.
We are buddies, you know.
Many more soldiers killed since. Regala's army only grows in strength.
She struck a blow to us at the embassy. This much is true.
This is Deccan
But
Tracker, so
we are
maybe.
made of steel. We will not yield. Regala's forces may seem strong now, but
Her
not
machines
offend
took
with
out my
Regala.
entire squad.
remember the visions. The old ones didn't choose their fight, but still they stood firm. They didn't falter. And neither will we. Blood of the Ten. You've come to us.
You know who I am?
Oh, the warrior with hair like wildfire who defeated Regala's champion at Barren Light. Yes, you are known to us. I am Dekka, chaplain of the Lowland clan. You've come to speak with Chief Hikaru.
Not quite. There's something I need here.
Anything you need, the chief will provide. Come.
Karo is here.
Is that one of the visions you were talking about?
Yes. The records of the 10. I can show you them, if you like. On the way to the chief.
These visions. You said they're the records of the 10. Who
I
are they?
think we're in for some serious.
Who fought a heroic battle
Dialogue
against
here.
machines on this very soil long ago. Their deeds are honored in the visions. At least what remains of them. To be remembered and exalted.
There used to be more of these visions?
Many more. Once this place was filled with light and sound. But over the years, they've fallen into darkness. one by one. That is why chaplains are so important to the tribe. We remember all we can of the visions, etched in our flesh, passed down by word of mouth from generation to generation. One day the whole grove may go dark, but chaplains who come after me will keep the memories alive.
Damn.
Why does Hikaru want to see me?
We are at war with Regala, and you've already shown that you can stand against her.
I'm not here to fight a war for you.
Not for us. With us. But I won't try to persuade you. That is for the chief. He can be very convincing.
Help us or die. Easy.
What does it
no
mean
problem.
to be a chaplain here?
We who outlast our youth study the visions and share their wisdom with our young.
What kind of wisdom?
How to be a true warrior. To fight with bravery and unflinching honor. And to know when to call for peace. You can see for yourself when we go inside.
All right, let's go see Chief Hikaru.
He's in his throne room at the far end of the grove. Come. Be welcome among the records of the 10.
Let's see. So I can probably scan them as well, right? Huh.
It's glitched. Incomplete.
Their full truths are lost to us. It's a chaplain's duty to make sense of these visions as best we can.
Joint Force 10 active.
It's an act. Okay, that's where their name is from.
Weapons were
10 attackers.
The 10 were dedicated soldiers, working together as a squad and sharing in their duty. And when the time came for battle, they took to the skies and leaped to glory. All Tanakh seek to follow their example. Before the chief, it was one of the few things the clans had in common.
Sorry, there you go. Here we go. 73H exhibit. So this is one of the origin of Executive Order 2036-3073H, which used congressionally granted emergency powers to manage the evacuations of most counties in the region outside of Los Angeles, Vegas, and Phoenix. Displaced families and individuals would be moved to temporary camps before places could be found for them in habitable areas. To enforce the order, the government threatened to nullify existing water agreements between the Northwest and Southwest, essentially turning off the taps for the so-called Tri-State Hot Zone. So its supporters, 73H, was a humanitarian effort to preserve resources and help climate-stricken Southwestern families start new lives. To its opponent, the order was a clear bait and switch. The federal government had broken its deal with Medina in greedy land grab that employed eminent domain to seize mining claims. At the same time, it would place Southwestern refugees in fenced-in camps, which were quickly disparaged as 73 Hell, a provision that initiated immediate rebellion, probably, or something like that, right? So let's see. Okay, so this is some discussion about the water and stuff, the water problems. Imagine the government threatening to nullify existing water agreements. At least here, there was a lack of provision, lack of possible water to be provided. I think that changes the outcome a little bit, but imagine what they would do if not. Natika is here. Oh god, really? That was quick. Oh, text mail. Hey Andy, could you please inform relevant staff in maintenance, hosting, and security of the following opening and closing protocols? I already briefed Dwight and Shania at Music. Thank you, Mika. Opening the gallery rooms, holographic display should all be lit live 15 minutes before opening time. Inspect showcases for smudges and swipe, and wipe with dry cloths if necessary. Inspect outdoor areas for temperature and humidity. Closing the gallery rooms, make sure the cleaning robots have finished their sanitation rounds. Double check for restocking of supplies. Sign off on cleaning, usually with Ned. Escort cleaners to staff entrance. Final rounds, hand over to night security through music. Exit through staff entrance. Oh my god, all these lore dumps. Amazing. We're gonna chat to Natika. Oh my god, I'm so bad.
Well met, Aloy. I was hoping we'd run into each other again after the flood in Bleeding Mark.
Natika. So you did it. You're part of the Chief's Guard now.
Quick.
It
Bleeding
wasn't
Mark is
an easy
rebuilt
choice,
already.
but yes. After you left, we laid Kentuck to rest, and I thought about what he said. He served his clan, his tribe, as best as he could. I have to do the same.
I'm sure he'd be proud.
And he'd reprimand me for allowing myself to be distracted.
Can't have that.
Thank you again, Aloy. Strike true as the 10.
Hey. 10 own the mountain. The 10 that has to own the mountain.
At last. With any problem.
Yeah.
10 were defending
Defend the mountain.
During their war, the 10 climbed sheer rock, braving blinding snow and wind. They stopped at nothing to protect their own.
You make them sound invincible.
They weren't. But the visions tell us of their courage and strength, something our soldiers aspire to. The Sky Clan admires this one above all the rest. They make their home in the mountains northwest of here.
Ah, that makes sense. It's like the clans have like a specific relationship to some of these holograms. So, man versus machine as well. The exhibit shows holographic representation of all 7 G-Sin battle drones models deployed during the conflict. JTF-10 rapidly made a mockery of G-Sin's non-lethal approach in engagement after engagement, whether it was surprise artillery barrage from the frigid slopes of Gold Mountain north of Big Bear Lake, or a desert ambush near the solar plant in the Nevada desert, or a wingsuit jump into the jungles of Colombia to stop an attack on the rare Earth convoy. JTF-10 soldiers repeatedly proved that state-of-the-art AI and newfangled weapons were no match for human cunning and technology. This one. Claim the desert. Yeah, so this follows up with that. So there's like the more desert focused clan.
raging sandstorm. Soldiers fleeing enemy forces behind us.
What's this one about?
The 10 waged war against their enemy in the desert heat, a land too harsh for any to survive. But against all odds, they prevailed. So the Desert Clan does the same. You must have passed through their territory on the way here.
Oh, yeah.
I did. They seem a little extreme.
They take that as a compliment.
Hmm.
Join us, 10. Deep river rainforest.
Ah, there's more where the Poseidon is, I guess.
Protect the rest. In the jungle, sealed by darkness.
Alright, let's try.
Trap their enemies.
They're like
Soldiers
rainforests, okay.
in a jungle.
Cool.
Those were the 10?
Yes, they knew how to use the jungle's depths to distract the enemy until the perfect moment to strike. Generations ago, my clan, the Lowland, looked to this one for inspiration as they claimed the jungle to the southwest.
Trying to focus on what that guy's saying. But, hello.
You have an old world recording?
This box was speaking with voices of the old ones, but now there's noise over them.
Let me take a look. Where did you find this?
We took it from an Oseram Delver. She was trying to steal it, and other artifacts from Tenakth territory. The others were going to bury it in the sand with her, but then I heard the voices.
Well, the data here is badly corrupted, but...
Delta Juliet 9, you are weapons-free and clear to engage the swarm. Good hunting.
Copy that. We'll buy Zero Dawn the time you need. Delta Juliet 9 out.
The voices of warriors from the past. And that Oseram wanted to sell them for shards. The bravery of the 10 should be remembered.
I'm not sure what you mean by the 10. These voices came from the final battle of the Old Ones.
Another battle? I could learn more about it if I could find the other boxes. That Delver did say there might be more recordings to be found in the wreckage of ancient flying machines. She claimed she had a way to locate them.
Yeah.
This is
Box
the black
with the voice
boxes,
data
right?
on it is emitting a locator signal. I could use it to find the others.
If you do then, bring them back here. I will see to it that they're treated with proper respect. Whatever sacrifices were made by these ancient soldiers, we will honor them.
I'm all for keeping in the
I've already
keeping
found
track
a
of history,
recording.
right?
I'll take any you find. Let me give you something for it.
Oh well. So I have two. I mean, why would I pick the first ones when I can have these? I'm gonna save and pick you what I
These
want
voices
when
will
I
be
need
kept
it.
here. They will be remembered.
Do you get many Oseram Delvers in Tenakth territory?
Fewer every time we catch them, but those thieving rats would do anything for the shards. There'll always be some who'll risk coming here.
And what do you do with the ones you catch?
Delvers spend their lives in the dust. So we bury them in it. Alive.
What? Bruh.
Why do you want these recordings?
Every battle teaches its soldiers. We should learn those lessons and honor those who fell. That is our way.
If I find more of those recordings, I'll bring them back to you.
Exhibit allows us to hear the final moments using as interface donated by Sterling Malkeet. We can listen to any flight recorder that employs the industry standard AirFR encryption protocol version 3.54 or later. Simply place a black box in the interface to listen to its contents. Please maintain a respectful silence as you hear the voices of the family.
My focus can detect beacons from those recording devices. Should help me to find any others that are still out there.
Got it at least. What's this? Feedback. Not much of a gun at all. Jamming all the time before it blew up in your face. What on earth is it doing in a museum? If there is a hell for guns, it belongs here. Gracious. Gracias por preservar esa historia, Mariana de Paola López Bagota. My husband and I were pleasantly surprised by the serenity of the crater in its current form, a telling landmark after all these years. Its silence, a stark contrast to the violence bygone days. Joey was here with my brother, but he's a winner. Medina this, Medina that is all I heard. In every exhibit, my father knew the Medinas from when they were still hauling rare earth in Arizona. Let me tell you, them folks ain't the heroes of this story of any story. Getting a lot of data points. By now we all know the story. In the 2030s, as rising temperatures baked the deserts elsewhere, the federal government ordered a controversial evacuation when the residents of the three affected states refused to leave. Their protest was championed by rare earth magnate Roberto Medina and Joint Task Force 10 pilot Colonel Edward de la Hoya. The ensuing struggle escalated into the first full-scale engagement between automated forces and human soldiers in world history, not to mention the first military campaign fought on American soil since the Civil War. But climate change wasn't the only cause. Water rise, the politics of urban versus rural states, and the increasing demand for rare earth materials by US tech companies also contributed to the crisis. This exhibit is designed to broaden our thinking to consider all the factors that led to the tragic events of August 20th, 2037, in the hope that to whom it may concern, my late husband, Cara Mangrove, perished with Roberto Medina at the Battle of Mojave. When this last leave was hastily recalled, he left his duffel bag at the house. It holds the usual items: shirts, pants, undergarments, toiletries, but also devices with data, snaps of his unit, a collection of maps and marching orders, including one ordering his squad to join Medina. He even kept a couple of small G-Sync drone pods we think that he took as souvenirs. Kana probably spoke of taking down several. We were wondering, would your museum be interested in said items for the collection? The family would feel honored if his memory is thus preserved. Respectfully yours. Yeah, no. Done. I didn't do this one. Carefully written cardiac lips with photographs, personal mark, evidently part of diary or journal. From Deca, the wise and patient chaplain of the Lowland clan, I finally learned the answer to a question that had long vexed me before my capture. The only tenor I ever had a conversation with, if one could call it that, was a prisoner at Sunstone Rock who spoke of taking the blood and children of her enemies as her own. Her rant seemed to confirm the lurid stories about the Tenakt as I read in my youth, yet in all my time in the Forbidden West I have never seen such barbaric practices. I wanted to know if there was truth to the prisoner's words. There was. Those were the old ways, Deck clarified, dating from the constant warfare between clans of years past. Since the ascension of Chief Akaro, such practices have been outlawed, though now completely abolished. A few stray recalcitrants and exiles still cling to them. Intriguingly, the acts themselves were never as malicious as the Kaja portrayed them to be. Tasting the blood of a fallen foe was meant to honor their martial deeds, and orphaned children were taken from the conquered settlements to be raised as equal members of their new clan, which was considered to be a merciful outcome. I cannot help but see myself in this context, an orphan of sorts taking into a new tribe. It hasn't been easy, and there are still those in the clan lands who would reject me. Still, the more I learn about my people, the more I see a nobility that the Kaja have omitted from their records. Painting their own story. Imagine that. There's way more data points than I thought it would be. Oh my god. Welcome to the Hall of Heroes. This room is dedicated to the memories of Roberto Medina, who financed and led the campaign against the federal government and his fleet of General Synthetics battle drones. Colonel Edward de la Hoya, commander of the JTF-10, the brilliant strategist and veteran soldier who held off numerically superior federal forces. Colonel Anne Faraday, the legendary orator who foresaw early reconciliation efforts. And all those who lost their lives during the campaign and at the Battle of the Mojave.
What's this?
It was planted there by the chief. Ask him if you're curious. It's his tale to tell.
Okay.
The chief is inside. Are you ready to see him?
Actually,
I want to look around more first.
As you will.
I actually don't have... How much time do I have? No, I don't actually have enough time to do this properly. Because I feel like... Yeah, let me just grab these cheeky data points and then I'm going to end this episode and I'm going to start the next episode talking to him. Among these was Colonel Edward de la Hoya, commander of JTF-10, a deeply charismatic officer with family ties to Roberto Medina. De la Hoya grew up near Arizona-Nevada border and was responsible for having the task force based near Tucson. Several of his subordinates had families in the area. All of them were apologetic apoplectic about the 73H, despising it as an unforgivable federal overreach, the threat of being driven off their land, no matter how uninhabitable it had become, resonated with soldiers throughout the unit and beyond, many of whom were from conservative states or areas affected by climate change. As the Marisol agreement took shape, Medina consulted with De La Hoya, who then took the case to his top lieutenants. Everybody agreed that the federal government was likely to send drones against the water fleet. De La Hoya, who came to prominence as a pilot, told the others that he was prepared to single-handedly take on the drone squadron. So it's like suppression, but what happens is that the government suppressed them for a reason, but the way it was done was definitely not ideal, I guess, because you can rid people of choice, you know. Defiance of the federal government, well, if it hurts other people, maybe you can consider it, but I don't think people staying behind would hurt other people than the people that were living there, so I don't know. That's quite a difficult situation. Defiance of the federal government, Medina declared that he would dedicate all the profits of his mine to habitation efforts, helping as many Southwesterners as possible stay on their land. This unselfishness rallying cry echoed throughout the hot zone, causing other mining interests and businesses to follow suit. The federal government responded by following through on its threat to cut off water supplies. This only galvanized the protest movements, so that makes it worse, obviously. And Medina's alliances signed a multi-year agreement with the South American water cartel Marisol, a joint effort by So this one we've done. Grab a spear and pop out to the campfire, and then we head in all together again after this. This one is even no supply crate. There we go. There's something though. This tour will... Hi, hello and welcome to the Holland tour of the Mojave Battlefield Memorial Museum. This tour will guide you through all of the museum's exhibitions, giving you broad insight into the hot zone crisis and the tragic battle that took place on these very grounds. If you wish to start indoors, press 1. If you wish to proceed directly to the crater exhibit, press 2. But before stepping outside, make sure you are prepared properly, protected from dust and heat, and help any children in your party. Crater exhibit, and maybe this is where Aether is, in the crater. But Aether is like air, no? Okay, air god. This F-38 Razor Wing is one of the only 4 surviving planes used by Joint Task Force 10 during the Hot Zone Crisis. A 6th generation VTOL multi-role combat aircraft. It was designed for an air superiority strike missions, close air support, electronic warfare, and intelligence gathering. Kindly donated to the museum by the Million Society of Southwestern History. Oh, okay. That's it, no? At least what we can see for now. There'll probably be more of these, for sure though, once we restart this. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. You got a lot of lore from the previous days, the old days, which is quite nice. And now we're back on track with the main story. Can't you even believe that? I don't know, man. That took a long time, but you know, based on what I've seen so far, there might be other clans on their way to the other ones. To be fair, I guess in the rainforest, like a rainforest here. Oh no, because there's a desert. Oh yeah, because he's in the desert. Yeah, the guy I mentioned that. But there should be like a rainforest one, I guess. But I guess it's more forest, maybe. I don't know. I actually didn't expect this to be where Chief Hakaru is. But I guess it makes sense that he's like in the middle of everything. thought it would be in the mountain, but the mountain clan maybe is over here, and we'll go there. I don't know, man. But there's multiple of these clans. Because there is, yeah, I don't know, because we're playing a song over there with the Utaru. And then I guess this is more Tanakh. Tanakh is the biggest one, but there is more, right? I don't remember. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, like subscribe, share the video, and I will, yeah, comment and all these things, whatever, you know. Subscriptions are the most important right now. And yeah, thank you for watching. Okay, bye.